going on, everyone? Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today we're talking about MULN stock, giving you guys the update, letting you guys know whether or not this short squeeze, is it done? Does it keep going? What is going to happen with MULN? We'll be finding out in today's video, so drop a like if you guys enjoyed this content. Also, on the daily live stream that I do at 9:15 a.m., I called the bounce in MULN today. It was very oversold. We were getting some buy alerts, some scalping alerts, and we were able to capitalize on a very large swing. We also bagged up on Nile and HYMC, so if you want to check out Hootmoney trade alerts, it's that first link in the description. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so here we have MULN stock. As you guys can see, it dipped down greatly, all the way to $2 at market, on pre-market this morning, and then it jumped right back up, rallying 33% from lows to the value it's currently trading at right now. Here's the option chain for April 14th. As you guys can see, the gamma ramp is very nice here. Not as good as BBIG, but it is very nice. So there is potential gamma squeeze action going into April 14th as well. Moving into the technical analysis, we'll look at the 2-week chart first. As you guys can see, VWAP is still pointing up. Everything looks good for the 2-week chart, but the weekly chart is in fact showing some downside risk as the VWAP is pointing down right here. So similar to what happened over here in November for MULN, the VWAP is now pointing down. So keep that in mind. Although overall there is still this bullish divergence that you're seeing right there. Moving into the daily chart, you guys can see it did get that red dot. It has moved down ever since it got the red dot. So the red dot was definitely a great signal as of there. No signs of showing that the daily chart is ready to come back up. VWAP is pointing down. However, it's starting to curve back up a little bit there. Moving into the 4-hour chart, you guys can see we did get that green means go buy signal. Green money flow. Typically speaking, that is a solid signal for a reversal. And we called that out. That's exactly why we called it out on stream. We were looking at this 4-hour chart. We were looking at, oh, it's right at a fib level right now. Those two things combined was the perfect technical analysis to say, well, perhaps it's a great day to get in. A bunch of people got in on the early morning live stream for this nice 10% gain. Boom. 1-hour chart also was showing some bullish divergence right there, which showed it was very good, nicely set up. And right here we have the 15-minute chart. It is chilling in this upper fib level, so it broke out as of this morning. It's looking to bounce at 256. It did just get that red X there on the 15-minute chart, which shows some downside risk. So the real question is, when it does come back and test this fib level at 255, does it break below, potentially be a bear trap, right, come right back up, or does it break below and come right back down, or does it get that perfect bounce off the fib level, right? Anything can really happen right now. VWAP is pointing up. I'm gonna lean towards, I think a bounce is more likely because it's been staying in this fib level. It's rejected that level multiple times. As you guys can see, it bounced off it right here, bounced off it right here, pretty much bounced off it right here too. So I think it's probably going to keep running throughout the day. However, obviously not financial advice. I could definitely be wrong. I'd like to briefly thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Moomoo, a licensed FINRA broker that does absolutely zero payment for order flow. They're running a promotion right now where you deposit $1 on their platform, you get up to $7,000 in free stock. So you deposit $1, use those links below, one stock up to 3,500, boom, another free stock up to 3,500, boom, free Apple stock, Amazon stock, Google stock, Tesla stock, you name it, you can get it. You also get a free share of NEO. This lasts until March 31st. Only 3 days remaining on that, so get a free lunch. NEO goes for about $20 per share. Instantly get $20 per share with a $1 investment, plus the additional chance to win up to $7,000 in free stock. I don't know what brokerage is doing a promotion as good as this. The links are below in the description if you want to check it out, but let's get right back into it. Mullen is not on the regulation SHO securities list. Right here we have the Ortex data moving in there. We'll pull up the shorts. You guys can see the cost to borrow is 37% currently. There was about 2.9 million borrowed today, 2.7 million returned. It's at 100% utilization, and there's an additional about 8 million shares on loan than the current estimated short interest at 26 million right there. So always watch for those return shares here on Ortex, because potentially market makers could flood the market with return shares, giving more utilization, giving more ammo to short sellers overall. That is what I'm going to be looking for. But otherwise, nothing really has changed here other than the fact that obviously short interest has been coming up with that updated free float. Here on Fintel, it's marked at number 7 on the short squeeze leaderboard, so it has been coming down a bit. It's number 2 on the gamma squeeze leaderboard, I believe behind HYMC, so definitely be looking out for MULN in that gamma squeeze right there. 0 shares available to be shorted according to Fintel, with a borrow rate at around 17%. So it actually has come down slightly since Friday. According to Fintel, short volume has been super high, but on Friday, believe it or not, it was the lowest it's been in 2 weeks. And this was on a day where it was down 20%. So that is super interesting. Short volume is down significantly. Also, exempt volume was not super high. As you guys can see, it was only 1.4 million shares. So for the most part, and I also checked dark pool on Friday, it wasn't too crazily high. So for the most part, that was probably capitulation from a bunch of retail investors. No matter what you want to think, no matter what you want to hear, that's probably what ended up happening there. Here we have MULN on unusual whales. We are looking at $10,000 in premium or more, ask side only, calls and puts. So we're seeing if more people are buying calls or if more people are buying puts. And as you guys can see, it's mostly calls right here. We'll pull up the charts. Overall, 85% bullish, which does imply there's probably more upside. Bulls are now going for July of 2022. So they're going beyond April 14th, which in my opinion is definitely a smart play right there. Are more bulls buying or selling? We'll look at the ask side only, or we'll look at the bid and ask side calls only right here. Or what are they doing? They're more buying right now. So Friday was the day that a lot of them were selling on this big candle, de-risking, etc. But now today on the dip, they are buying. And as you guys can see, it is moving down right now. We can do a quick updated TA. So we were going to be looking for a bounce off of this fib level right here. It did break down. So what we're seeing is a potential bear trap like we saw back here, right? Where it dips down, comes right back up. We are oversold, so it potentially could do that. Or there potentially will be a break of the fib level and it will retest this point, get rejected again, and then it'll hug this area right here, this area of price action, or it can potentially go back down to the 218, which is the lower fib level. So there's different scenarios that can be played out right now. You got to be prepared for all of them, right? Because anything can really happen. Technical analysis is not a foolproof way of investing. It guides you. Historical flow for MULN call option volume is down again, but there's another hour and 45 minutes left in the market open. Total open interest has still been going up as we have not really reached any major expiration as of yet. The biggest option trades of the day are 70% bullish premium right there, with the biggest one being a $1 call option expiring on July 15th, 2022. Dark pool volume is not significantly high today. As you guys can see right here, it's usually the highest when it does peak out. As you guys can see, the 2 peaks that it's had pretty much were the highest dark pool volume. So definitely pay attention for increases in dark pool volume, as it could signal that there is a short-term peak in the stock. As you guys can see right here, April 14th, $2.50 is the max pain that would put the most amount of call buyers and sellers out of profit. We're at $2.50 right now. So according to the max pain theory, it's working out pretty well right now. However, it would imply that it would not get any gains or losses up until April 14th. As you guys can see, here's the volatility skew. 414 is going to be the most expensive options. I definitely suggest going further out in your strike prices if you guys are betting on these stocks, although nothing here is financial advice. No gamma exposure. We already looked at that gamma ramp though. It's very insane. That's about it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, MULN in general is definitely throwing me some mixed signals right now. I do think there could be some upside. I'm not doubting the whales that are on this stock right now. There's a ton of bullish bets that are betting that MULN does continue to increase. However, I don't want to ignore the fact that there is still that downwards pressure that we can't ignore. I'm going to be looking for an entry at this stock around the $2 level. I think I could potentially get it for that. If I miss it, that's fine. If the rocket takes off without me, again, that's fine. There's plenty of plays. I have no need. I feel no rush to chase the play. Anyways, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you guys did. Check out Moomoo if you want up to $7,000 in free stock as long as you deposit $1 on their platform. That link is below. You also get that free share of Neo. That expires in 3 days, so you got to do it before March 31st if you want your free share of Neo. Links are below for that. Hootmoney Trade Alerts has also been on absolute fire. Excuse me. We flipped Nile. We flipped HYMC Mullen. We called that this morning, so check that out. That's the first link in the description. Anyways, my friends, that's about it. See you guys next time.